Today's question is, Suzanne, how do you get so much done? Good question, and I'm glad this one was submitted because a lot of people ask me this question, and I'll tell you how I get a lot done. I'm going to give you all my secrets today. One is something that I learned from an author named Dave Lacani, and he's described something called fearsome focus. And I've read that when you multitask, you lose 20 minutes every time you try to go back and forth from one task to the other. And you can waste a lot of time multitasking. And that's not to say that I don't do it. Of course I do it. I'm a mom, I have 3 kids, I have 3 businesses, I do multitask. But when I'm focusing on one task at a time, I get so much more done. You'd be amazed at how much you can get in one day. So let's say I'm writing a blog post. I'll give myself, I actually set a timer. You can go online and you can find these free timers that bells and whistles go off when you're finished your 20 minutes or 30 minutes or however long you're going to give yourself. So if I'm writing a blog post, I say, okay, I'm going to write this blog post for 30 minutes or 60 minutes and nothing's going to interrupt me. So that means I don't answer the phone, I don't go on Facebook, I don't do anything, I don't check my emails, I don't do anything except for write that blog post. And it feels so amazing to have it totally done. So that's one tip, is fearsome focus. I strongly encourage you to try that. And you know what, it's kind of hard when you first try it. You'd be surprised. All right, the other thing is I outsource a lot. That's how I get a lot done. If you've never outsourced before, I encourage you to try it. And the first baby step you can do is go, and I hope you're writing this down. I'm going to give you some really good tips here. The first one is asksunday.com. So it's ASK, the word Sunday.com. If you go to asksunday.com, you can see the different services and packages they have. But my first try at outsourcing was hiring a virtual assistant on asksunday.com. And you can just get the little baby package. I believe it's like $35 a month or something. It's dirt cheap, and they do these simple tasks for you. Like, for example, what I used it for was things like making a doctor's appointment for my daughter. And I don't know about where you live, but where I live, calling the doctor's office, you could be on hold for 20 minutes, and I don't have 20 minutes to spare. So they do things like that for me. They make hotel reservations. When I'm traveling on business, I'll have them get a car to pick me up at the airport. I like to do that when I'm traveling alone. And so they're great. It saves me a lot of time, and it's dirt cheap, and they're really good. So asksunday.com is good. Giving you all my best stuff here. Okay, so there's another thing I'm going to tell you about, which is fantastic, and I'm almost hesitant to tell you because you're going to all run off and do it, and it's awesome. It's called Fiverr.com. www.fiverr.com. So there's 2 R's. Fiverr.com, if you've never been on there, is the most fascinating website. There are people who will do almost anything for $5. So you can go on there and you can get someone to write an article for you for $5 on a keyword of your choice. You can get people to, people will do anything. People will say, I'll write your website on my forehead and take a picture, or, it's like crazy stuff they put on there. But I've used it for articles before, and that was great. And I liked the guy so much, I got him to make 10 more. So $50 for 10 articles. And obviously when I get them, I like to change them around a bit and edit them and make them in my own voice, but it's really good for a starting point. So go to Fiverr.com and see what you can get done for you too. And if worst case scenario doesn't work out, you've only lost $5, but it's kind of a neat way to get stuff done too. So there's some tips for you today. I hope you can take them and run with them, and I'll see you in the next video.